just wait outside.
So thinking about it, the thing that I think would have been better is just get him to where he gets eventually sooner, where he wants to become Hokage. Like he wants to tear down all the structures, the power structures that exist, and make a new one.
Yeah,
but like get him there quicker.
Yes, 100%. So okay, I actually have a rewrite on this as well. Okay, perfect. I have it right here. I will share my screen as well. Okay, I'm glad you say this. Okay. So, funny enough, me and Kamui have been reacting to a rewrite by the YouTuber Daigo Knight, who's done his own Naruto content. But anyways, this is sort of like a point that I thought of playing off of that, but I think it can just apply to canon anyways. I'll zoom in a little bit to make this a little bit easier to read. One more time, maybe. Yeah, hopefully that's good now. Okay. So, Sasuke should have wanted to seriously be Hokage early on, especially in the Daigo rewrite, working retroactively based on his experience in the Land of Crystals and what he did, blah, blah, blah. So, okay. Specifically, this is in order to restore his clan's honor by doing something tangible. If he has this as a, like, specific goal he has looking forwards. So then people know what he's talking about, and Naruto has a legitimate threat for a Hokage rival, instead of some, like, Konohamaru who isn't even there half the time, or some, like, Kiba who isn't a legit rival who actually wants to be Hokage. And I'm not going to count someone like Gaara, who became Kazekage before Naruto can do anything, nor Neji, who becomes a Jonin and isn't aiming for Hokage either. So it feels like Naruto doesn't actually have a rival when it comes to becoming Hokage, when I think he should have a actual threat there.
It's not a real race.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been, they just didn't do it.
Yeah, it feels like rough draft of rival in chapter 2.
Exactly.
But I mean,
immediately
then,
chapter 3 is
so
like no.
Young. He would have had to have been like insane, because it's like not a matter. Even if he just is Kakashi as a kid again, Naruto's still insane at a young age. Like
exactly. But like, if you do this early on, then Naruto, who's at the bottom of the class, destined for failure, like Neji keeps saying, and then Sasuke at the top of the class, the elite of elite, he's gonna get Sakura as his girlfriend, it seems like, all these things. It's like Naruto sees Sasuke as a rival in like more than one area. It's like every area of life he can be a rival, including his most important one, becoming Hokage. If Sasuke is that for Naruto, that increases their bond so much more, their rivalry. So when Naruto says, or when Sasuke says in the Chunin exams that Naruto's the one he wants to fight the most, well, Sasuke is his rival for Hokage. That's critically important for Naruto, even more than it is now. But continuing forward, I also write, which again makes it all the more impactful when Sasuke leaves the village, so at the end of part 1. Then, in the war arc, after he had claimed he doesn't care about Hokage anymore and he wants to destroy the village and is a wanted criminal, when he says he wants to be Hokage again, it flows better into that. So now it's the same goal, but it means something different. And that sort of goes into what the final fight is about, what it means to be Hokage, going with Itachi's words there as well. Yeah. So it can be explored in greater detail as well as what Naruto and Sasuke's bond in general means. Because in that final fight, it's talking about Itachi's words, but the entire series hasn't been about Itachi's words. In this case, it can be, rather than about Itachi's ideology, it's about Naruto and Sasuke's entire journeys up to that point. Because both of them have been striving for Hokage practically the entire time. And what it means to be Hokage for them.
What it means to be Hokage.
Yeah, rather than for Itachi, what Itachi says it means, it can be what they think it means.
But you can still tie in Itachi. Like, I think leaving that part in is fine, but it's like Sasuke's been wanting to do this for longer. And a couple things you can add, though, is now you could argue this as a pro or a con. Orochimaru, similarly, once wanted to become Hokage, then cast it aside when he becomes evil, or after he already became evil, but you get the point.
Mhm.
Similarly, Sasuke at the end of part 1 would be doing the same thing we already know Orochimaru did, where Sasuke wanted to become Hokage. Now he's ditching the village, leaving just like Orochimaru, who he's going to. So you could argue that being bad because it's the same thing, or you can argue it's good because of the parallel.
Exactly. Like,
Well, the thing is, there's like actually there's so much more meat on the bone of like with Danzo being so fucked up. Like there are things within Konoha that are evil, but Danzo is such a boring character and so generically evil at the end of the day that it kind of doesn't. It does nothing super interesting happens there, but you could write something that much more interesting with.
I would have Danzo be in
With-
part 1, rewriting
with
it, just, you know.
Yeah. But just in terms of Sasuke wanting to reshape Konoha in like meaningful ways, whereas Naruto has just this generic like good guyness to him, and like putting those two in conflict of like Sasuke coming at like the rot within the village or whatever.
Well, you know what?
Like-
Actually, okay, I got an idea now thinking about this. So you can this way you'll have a Naruto and Sasuke trying to do the opposite thing, essentially where their goal. So from the beginning, because I was gonna say earlier, it does feel slightly goofy having Sasuke want to become Hokage, juxtaposed with his goal to kill Itachi. But something you could do.
Well, juxtaposed with his skill to kill everyone in Konoha
like,
also.
What I think you could do though is because Naruto wants to become Hokage for the sake of originally getting attention, but really it's to make bonds and connect people. Sasuke's reason for becoming Hokage will be the inverse. It's to eliminate people. He wants to get rid of the junk. Naruto wants to bring people together. Sasuke wants to cut people out.
Yeah.
That's the bare bones what they're doing. So in Sasuke's case, he wants to become Hokage and eliminate all people like Itachi. So it's not obviously Itachi's his main one, but like at the premise, when he's Hokage, he's gonna eliminate all the garbage and change the system that way. Naruto's goal is gonna be about bonds. So you have that like opposite aspect from the beginning with their Hokage goal.
I got a
Which
perfect
and then
way.
in Five Hokage Summit, it's the same thing. The only difference is who his target is.
Yeah.
Now it's Danzo / those people instead of Itachi.
Okay,
And
I
think
got
you,
a. Go ahead.
the one other detail I would say that would make a big difference is if you had Sasuke then like shifting into his after killing Itachi wanting to become Hokage thing earlier, and you have people with like him then getting people on his side, like actually people in Konoha who think Sasuke's idea of changing the village is like better than what Naruto wants,
What do
than
you
like
think
just standing by
in general,
Naruto or whatever.
The ninja world should be a little bit less of blind sheep. Some people should agree with the opposing side at some points.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I got a lot to add to this. So first of
But
all,
just
first of all, is that I think this is perfect because what do we hear in chapter 1? Which is essentially retconned anyways. The Hokage is the strongest person in the village. That's what Iruka tells Naruto. What if that's like part of like the ninja tool theme of like the world corruption? Because as we know, the Hokage shouldn't just be that, but that's what Sasuke believes it is, because just like Naruto, he was told that as well. And so that's his reason for becoming strongest, or for becoming Hokage, or wanting to become Hokage, is because he wants to be the strongest so that he can take down Itachi. So that's why he's trying to rise the ranks, becoming a tuning, etc., etc. In fact, that's what they can say in the tuning exams, is that he's like a candidate to become Hokage, rather than like top of his class at that point, or whatever. Moving beyond that, then you get Orochimaru killing Hiruzen, and you have Sasuke hear about that, witness it, see it, whatever. You're like, oh, so the Sannin are stronger than the Hokage. Well, if I want to have any chance of defeating Itachi, I gotta transcend beyond even the Hokage. I gotta surpass even that, so I can be part of his reason for leaving the village as well. He's casting aside the village because the strongest
Even
of the village
Hokage
isn't
strong
enough. Exactly. Yeah. His goal lies even further beyond Hokage. Some edgy line like that he could say. Five Kage Summit, you can cast that
this is
away.
goofy,
Yeah.
but if you wanted to, Now, I don't know exactly off the top of my head how you would word it, but just in light of what you just said, Madara's talking about like his dreams lying beyond that, the dreams of the far future. If possible, this might be impossible to do in a way that makes any sense, but if possible, it would be really cool if Sasuke could have a line that is eerily similar to what Madara says to Hashirama. The difference would be like, it'd be more about power. She could even say something about dreams, but it'd be more about his power lying needs to lie beyond or whatever. But like if you can match the line pretty close, that'd be a cool parallel.
Yeah. So moving to the next arc could be Search for Tsunade. I think this would just be an addition rather than replacement because this is almost a little bit goofy. But part of the reason Jiraiya and the village can be so adamant on going after Tsunade to help Sasuke or have Sasuke recover, whatever, can be the fact that he is one of the next Hokage candidates. And Naruto going on this mission would be extremely important because it's similar to the Lifetime Promise. Sasuke's gone. He's like the thorn out of Naruto's hand now. If he goes back, it's just bringing his rival back to steal Sakura away from him. Why would he ever do that? Well, it's the same thing here, to where if Naruto just left Sasuke in his coma, he's no longer a Hokage threat. The quicker he brings him back, the more threatening he is to his potential to be Hokage. So that could be like a part of it, is that Naruto refuses to let Sasuke stay out of his race to become Hokage because he's his rival, etc. You could play with it in that sort of angle. And then obviously Sasuke retrieval, it could just be another reason why Naruto goes after Sasuke, because how dare he try and cast away Hokage, considering how important becoming Hokage is to Naruto. He knows it's important for Sasuke too. It's like, how dare you, Sasuke? How could you do that, knowing how important it is? I won't let you do that. It could just be another aspect they play with there. Going into Shippuden, I think 5 Kage Summit would be the moment of importance. Oh, also, yeah, and again, Sasuke is going to Orochimaru because he killed the Hokage, so he's going after strength. Again, that reinforces that aspect. Going to the 5 Kage Summit, after killing Itachi, you could argue that Sasuke just wants to kill the wickedness of the world, and Itachi was that, or what he thought was that. Now he's
That's what
going
I was
after
saying
the new
earlier, that you
evilness.
could adjust it to be like, he wants to eliminate what he views as the most wicked, worst things in the world
so
kind of thing. Itachi would just formally be that.
Here's where it gets interesting. In this case, Danzo is going to be the next Hokage. He's going to be already acquitted. He just is the next Hokage rather than temporary Hokage or whatever. Sasuke doesn't care about the elders or getting revenge for Itachi or going after blah, blah, blah. He's going after the Hokage specifically. And it happens to be Danzo in this case. Which I think also just works anyway. Like, it just works because it does, obviously. Like, it makes no sense for him to go after Tsunade. But in this case, going after Hokage, again, it's important because it's important for Naruto as well. Not only is Danzo a big figure because Hokage shenanigans, but also because Itachi shenanigans. But, like, Naruto didn't care about that aspect. If Danzo just is Hokage, and Sasuke's killing the Hokage because they're the Hokage, that's an immediate threat and importance to Naruto and his ideology in totality. Then once you get to the work again, it's just about what Hokage means. So that's how I would do it. And there you go.
I would still have like the Itachi stuff though, where Obito tells him like, Danzo ordered this.
Absolutely, yeah.
I thought of another small thing though. Okay, so you know how like Sasuke announces to everyone in the war arc, like, I'm gonna become Hokage? He can still do that to them, obviously, because they haven't heard it. But would you have him at the 5 Kage Summit, like maybe when he's standing upside down or just somewhere, would you have him announce that he will be the next Hokage? Like, he's gonna kill him and become the next Hokage?
That'd be cool.
To the 5 Kage.
Yeah.
I think that's where you.
War, but Sasuke's declaring his Kage-ness.
Yeah.
No, I think that's where you do it. I think that's where you have him like declare it.
That'd be perfect.
As like a big moment.
I like that. Yeah. When he's
Yeah,
upside
I think
down.
that'd be cool.
So cool.
I like it from the upside down because his worldview's upside down.
Yeah.
So
He's
cool.
got it backwards.
I love that. Yeah. One more thing I'll add to that is, so Hank, you were saying that you don't
hold it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick. Okay. This is really stupid, but yeah, real quick. Sorry. Okay. Would you have like Kurt, Suchi, or just someone be like, who are you? And his answer is the next Hokage.
That's so dumb. I like it.
Yeah, that works.
We could even save that for the war arc, maybe. But yeah.
But nobody's gonna be asking, "Who are you?" That one.
Well,
Man.
no, it could make sense because just some random person would just say it, like, I don't know, some steam ninja, some grass ninja, whenever Sasuke arrives.
Yeah,
Plus,
but,
he's
like, they shouldn't
arriving.
be
No, but this works out perfectly because who's Sasuke arriving with? The 5 Hokage. Saying some random 6th members there with the 5 Hokage. Who's that with the 5 Hokage? Me? I'm the next Hokage.
Yeah.
There you go.
The 7th Hokage.
Yes. Yes, I think that works. Okay, so for what Hank was saying.
Hold on, stop.
Oh my
More
god.
stupid
Okay.
stuff. Okay. Hypothetically, because Danzo in this case is the 6th Hokage, should Orochimaru reanimate Danzo in the war?
No.
I mean, Sasuke would
Sasuke
freak
hears it.
out.
Okay, so Danzo, what do you have to say about that?
No. Danzo has to matter the first time around more. Don't just like bring him back.
I feel like
Really
it's too
funny, though.
early to bring him back. Like, you killed him off at the end of the previous arc.
Yeah. You have to make him
funny.
like actually matter more in his in his run of being like the villain.
Yeah.
You can't just like you just bringing it back. We're already bringing back too many people.
Yeah, I feel
Oh, I
that.
agree. It's completely stupid, but it's funny.
It is funny.
Okay. So you were